Okay, gentlemen, welcome back. It is Germany's turn 5. It's 11:17 a.m. here in just outside of Boston, and the code word is sauerkraut. In addition to the code word, like I tried to say earlier, I left this big magnetized mess here. You can see it's in the exact same configuration as it was in the photo that I sent in our group text. The rationale behind that is as has already been explained, it's just one more step to take to ensure the authenticity of a video. Basically, you can look at the photo, look at this, and you'll realize there's no way you can re-put that back in the same position. So it has to be an authentic video, which it always is. Anyway, I made some changes to my purchases. I'm buying 2 tactical bombers and 1 tank that are going up to Leningrad. Rationale is obvious. They're going to be helpful in the attack on Moscow, which is clearly happening next turn. The air base is still being purchased for Slovakia, and I bought 2 tanks. However, my instructions said I was going to put the 2 tanks in Germany. That's not going to be the case. It makes far more sense to me to place them in Western Germany. I'm going to basically concede any of the shoreline you feel needful to take, and then the logic there is I can re-attack with ample forces. Anyway, we have 2 attacks plus a strategic bombing attack. Where it's so short, I always want to start with the least consequential attack. I think it's safe to say it's going to be the abundance of tanks and the 1 man that's coming in from Belarus and Baltic states into Smolensk. So we may as well start there. 2 tanks, 1 hit. So you're gone. You have to defend. You got a 3. So he's gone from the Smolensk. This is pretty important. This is maybe more important than the strategic bombing raid. It's going to be 2 men and 1 tank against your 1 man in Bryansk. Stroganoff? What was the code word again? I think I said it. Yeah, something like that. Stroganoff, whatever it might be. Anyway, it was 1 man in Bryansk. So 2 men at ones, and then 1 tank at 3. No hits. You're going to defend. You missed. 2 men at ones, and 1 tank at 3. He got a 3. Tell me that showed up. Yes, it did. So you're hit, and you defend at a 4. No defense there either. So that's gone. The only other remaining item on the agenda is the strategic bombing, which is very important because it's going to limit your purchasing power for next turn. So we have 2 strategic bombers going from Karelia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're landing in Belarus per my instructions. You have 2 air gun shots, basically. 2 and a 2. Ooh, that scared me there for a minute. And then let's see what we got. We got a 9 plus 2 for each one. So it's 10, 11, 12, 13. That's very good. Anyway, so 13 against your factory. And I'll take this away. We'll add the 13 against your factory. And again, the bombers are landing in Belarus. Non-combat moves. We're going to be moving 2 artillery pieces, 2 AA guns into Eastern Poland, along with the 1 man from Poland itself, which is joining the man that was already there. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks coming into Eastern Poland as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a grand total of 4 tanks, 2 artillery, 2 AA, and 2 men in Eastern Poland. And we now have, let's see, 2 tanks moved into Smolensk along with the man. We just took Bryansk, which is 2 men and 1 tank. The 9 tanks that came from Baltic states are also in Smolensk, so that's going to bring the grand total up to 11 tanks, 1 man. These magnets are a joy. Drives me nuts. Anyway, so there's 11 tanks and 1 man there. We're moving both men down to Belarus. I need to adjust my income tally projections because I chose not to go to Archangel. So that's gone. We have 2 strategic bombers that again are landing in Belarus. Let me just quickly go like this. Uno, dos. That's Spanish for 2. Nothing moved here. We're going to go and land all of the planes, which are on the carrier, in Slovakia. That's a mess to redo, so I'll do that off film. We're going to move 3 AA guns down into northern Italy, per the instructions, the amended ones. 1 infantry there as well. And everything that I have in the way of ground forces in the West European theater is moving into Paris. Again, the logic behind that is, if you want a piece of shoreline, you could take it and I can't stop you. But I don't believe you can come in with the numbers necessary to hold it, as long as I constrict my forces a bit. I moved this destroyer in a 104 for obvious reasons. All of my ships that were in 110 moved up to 14th at 112, okay, per the instructions. And that should be it for my turn. I'll do a brief recap here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 men, 2, 3 artillery in Paris, 1 German man, 3 AA, 1 French infantry, 3 artillery in northern. Romania, still a man. Again, 4 tanks, 2 infantry, 2 artillery, and 2 AA in eastern Poland. Belarus has 2 men and 2 strats. Smolensk has 9, 10, 11 tanks, 1 infantry. I'm going to go ahead and place. I'm putting 2 tactical bombers and 1 tank in Leningrad. And bear with me. We're at the 6:46 mark in this video, by the way. Yeah, Stroganoff. Was that the code? I want to say it was Stroganoff. Anyway, 1 tank, which is just basically going to be there to address any of the fallout after the attack on Moscow. And again, 2 tanks in Western Germany. And all those planes, which are 4 tactical bombers and 2 fighters, are landing in Slovakia, Hungary, where there is a brand new air base for equally obvious reasons. Anyway, 7 minutes, 22 seconds long. Well, 24. That's it for Germany. Any questions? Let me know.